YouTube. My name Dami. My baby name is Dakota. If you're new to my channel, please make that like, comment, and subscribe button. You've been here before, welcome back, and don't forget to like. As you can already tell by the title, I'm gonna be doing a little, I guess, tips and advice and helpful video to new moms. Basically, when I first became a new mom, I'm still a new mom, but when I first became a new mom, I kind of, well, before I had my baby, I was just kind of like real nonchalant about everything, and I really did not think it was gonna be what it was. Like, it was a lot of stuff that I had, like a lot of new stuff that I had learned along the way, and then like it was some stuff that would be happening and I would go to Google about it, and then Google would just scare me. So I think that this video will help a new mom out there not panic about anything, and, you know, be more calm about stuff, because your baby not the only one who is going through it. So yeah, let's get into this video. Alright, y'all, so the first thing that I'm gonna say, is I'm gonna talk about bottles. Alright, y'all, so like, I didn't know this before I had my baby, like that you had to scald the baby bottle out every time they use it, because if you don't, then they can get a stomach bacteria. That was like real new to me. It's like real time consuming to me. I don't really like too much time consuming stuff. Like, I enjoy taking care of my baby, but like having to scald out the bottles every time you use it was kind of like just too much. Like, you gotta scald those babies' bottles out because your baby can get a stomach bacteria. That was something that I didn't know before I had a baby. And y'all, I felt like I just knew everything before I had my baby because I had been around babies a lot, but no, it's completely a whole nother ball game, y'all. The second thing I'm gonna say is his umbilical cord. Basically, when the umbilical cord fell off, I'm gonna insert a little picture if I can find one on the internet. But when your baby umbilical cord fall off, it's like, it almost look like you can see the inside of their stomach, but it's really like that part of the umbilical cord gotta dry itself out as well, which was like, when I had seen it, I didn't know like if I had did something wrong or something. Like, it was scary. So and I didn't know like baby stomachs did that, but I went to Google, and then they had basically told me that it gotta heal, that part gotta dry out too. And then when it finally had dried, like, I was scared to open it up, but then when I went to his doctor's appointment, they were like, you gotta open it and clean out the dried up part from the umbilical cord. So like, every time you get a bath now, I just clean the inside his belly. But I was scared at first to do it because I didn't know if like I was gonna hurt him or something, or like touch his flesh. Like, it just looked really bad. I didn't know what to think or what to do about that. But then after his doctor's appointment came, because I thought it was still messed up, honestly, but when he went to the doctor, she just like opened it up and she told me to like clean it or whatever, clean the inside of it. It was like just dried up stuff from the umbilical cord, and we got it out. So that's something that I didn't know, but that happens to your baby. This is another thing. In the beginning, your baby gonna sleep a lot, so you gotta wake them up to feed them. And I didn't know that. Like, I was just letting my son sleep, and and when I went to weigh him in, like, he had, for his first ever doctor's appointment, which was like 2 days after we had got home, he had lost weight. And so they were like, you have to wake him up and make him eat, which was like kind of hard. But then he ended up getting in the flow of it. Like, every 3 hours I need to get up and eat some food, and now, y'all, like, he is on it. Sometimes he's even before his time. He likes to eat. He has a huge appetite. Oh, let me give y'all some ways to wake your baby up. They told me like you can pick them up like from their sleeping position and just like move them around. You can undress them all the way to make them real cold and they'll wake up. Make them real mad, like tickle their feet or something, and it'll like piss them off and make them cry. And then like, cause sometimes when I will give him the bottle, like, he'll immediately fall asleep on it and like not drink it. So like, she was saying like let him cry for a little while, like make him get real angry and cry and then feed him, and he'll want to eat then, because it's like a fussy baby is a hungry baby. So that was a way that I got him to eat. And then when he went to his next appointment, he was 7 pounds. But when we went to his first one, he was 5 pounds when he was born, and then he had dropped to like 4 pounds and something. So the next appointment, he had gained 2 pounds, and he was 7 pounds. I think he was like 7'2" or 7'6", one or the other. But now he's 9 pounds. Another thing that I didn't know, you got to clean your baby tongue after every feeding. That was something new that I had no idea about. I knew you had to clean your baby tongue, but I thought it was like every other day or like every morning or something like that, and every night. No, it's every day. Clean your baby tongue off, because they can get thrash, and you don't want a baby with thrash. I'm just going to listen, because I don't know what a baby with thrash is like, but I know that people tell me that I don't want that. One thing that I can say is I'm thankful that I have help, you know, and people telling me and giving me advice on him. But it do get a little frustrating when you can't make your own decisions about your baby. But people just don't want me to go through like a lot of stuff, you know, like crying and hospital and all of that. So I completely understand, but sometimes I get a little frustrated, like having to listen to all kind of people tell me how to treat my baby or what I can and can't do with my baby. Another thing is you can't let your baby sweat, because if they sweat and then they get real cold and they catch chills and get pneumonia. So don't let your baby sweat. I did not know that. I really was trying to make my baby sweat or keep him like real warm all the time, because I had read on Google that if you keep them warm, then it'll keep their skin from peeling so bad or being real dry or something like that. So I was trying to keep him warm, but then he would be like super sweaty and stuff like that, and they was like, you're not supposed to let your baby sweat. So I had found that out after I was letting him sweat, because I wanted to help his skin because of the peeling. But baby's skin gonna peel regardless, that it peels. He's not peeling no more. I keep his skin moisturized or whatever, but in the beginning he was peeling a whole lot. Y'all, my baby be like throwing his back now. He always have kind of, but now it's like real bad. He throws his back out, so you got to make sure you hold your baby back. I know that that's common sense, but you'll be surprised about how much you'll do on accident and let go down on accident, because you think like he's fine, you think it's good, like, you know, but hold that baby back at all times, because they be throwing that whole, like, he throws his back to the side and then like just straight back sometimes. And then when he hungry, he like cave his face into my chest, like look for my boob. He'll like start like sucking my face. Well, he don't suck it, but he keeps banging his head against my face when he's hungry. So like that be like clear signs of my baby hungry. And then when your baby suck his fingers and smack his lips and stuff like that, that means he's hungry. I use a passy, but at the same time he don't really like passies like that. So it's like I know exactly when he's hungry. So pacifier is like, if you don't have to use it, don't use it. I use it because he eats too much and he really don't know when to stop. Alright, another thing is burp your baby. In the beginning, I did not think it was that important to burp him, and I know that's bad, but like I said, being a new mom, you gonna do things, you gonna make mistakes, so it is what it is. But burp your baby, because then they're gonna get real gassy and their stomach is gonna hurt and they're never gonna go to sleep. They're just gonna squirm around, cry and throw up and just everything. So burp that baby, even when they fall asleep, because what I would do, I wouldn't burp him when he would go to sleep on the bottle, but if he stayed up, I would burp him. But majority of the time he was falling asleep on the bottle and I didn't want to wake him back up, so I would just lay him down. But that's not good. Burp your baby. I know it might seem tempting and you might want to like just lay him back down after you feed him or whatever, because he's asleep, but just take the time out to burp him, because he's gonna sleep way longer. Like, true story. Another thing is, don't warm up the bottle. I found that out because it takes out if you want to warm your baby bottle up, then put his bottle inside of like some hot water or something, because when you warm the baby bottle up, it takes out all these like ingredients that it needs to give the baby, or whatever nutrients that it needs to give the baby. So don't warm the bottle up, just put it in the in something to make it warm. Another thing that I found out is your baby is not always hungry when he cry or she cry. Now, in the beginning, I didn't know that, like, I do know that babies cry when they need to be changed and stuff, or eat. I will always think that he was hungry though, because he was always changed, but he would still be crying and stuff. He was crying a lot because I wasn't burping him. His stomach was hurting. So, really, like, try everything before you feed him again if you just fed him, because babies are not always just hungry when they cry. And I thought that that was why my baby was hungry. But like I said earlier, not burping your baby can lead your baby to have a really bad stomach ache, like really tight stomach, and feel bad. So burp your baby. Now, this is something that I want to tell y'all about. Like, is there any like adjustments to having a baby now? For me, personally, I really haven't had to stop doing anything that I've been doing. It's a lot harder to leave with a baby. Like, if you're going somewhere and you're taking your baby, it's so much harder to get out the door, because you got to pack your baby bag. You got to make sure, you got to get their clothes on. You got to make sure the weather, like, you got to go by the weather and stuff. Like, if it start raining and you out there and shit, it rain, no, well, you ain't had no jacket. But like with a baby, it's so much more to going outside. It's so, like, time consuming. It take up a lot of time to take your baby with you. But luckily, I get so much help to where I don't really have to take him out like that. But yeah, having to take your baby somewhere is a lot of work, and you get to the point to where you just like, I don't even want to go. Like, just fuck it, I'm gonna stay home. But yeah, that's an adjustment. Sleeping, not getting no sleep at night, that's a huge adjustment. Oh, and then you're like, me time, you don't really get too much me time. Like, by the time you finish your me time, he waking back up. Put your baby to sleep, then you go and try to do your hair or something. After you do your hair, it's like no point in even having your hair done, because you're gonna be tired when you gotta get back to that baby. So really right now, like while I'm doing this video, I should be like taking a nap or something, because I don't get sleep at nighttime. But I wanted to do this video, but like by the time I finish editing this video, Dakota gonna be back up. So that's a huge adjustment. Not really having much time to yourself is something that you have to adjust to. I pretty much was already a homebody. I wasn't the type of person to go out and stuff, so I don't really have a problem with being inside all the time with him, because I was always the person who kept somebody kid while they went. I didn't really care to go out nowhere, so that's not hard for me. So this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Basically, your baby breathe like funny. Your baby is gonna breathe funny for a long. Well, my baby breathed funny, and I was always nervous. I will only get scared when other people be like, your baby breathing funny or whatever. That will make me scared. But he had been doing it since we were in the hospital, so I felt like it was normal. But other people would hold him and they would be like, he breathe funny. He breathing hard and all of that, and that would scare me. So that's when I had took him to the doctor, and they were like, he's getting up oxygen. Sometimes it could be because he don't have a neck right now and he's not holding his neck up. It could be because he's congested and it's making louder noises when he breathes. It's not necessarily him breathing funny or not getting enough oxygen. It's more like the mucus just moving around. Like, you know how when you got mucus in your nose and then you be breathing with it and it sound like a bunch of snot, but you can still breathe. That's the kind of situation it could be. Or it could be like this little flab in his throat that's flapping like this, and it's supposed to be like steady, which is normal. Like, you just grow up and he's gonna grow into stop, like, not doing that no more. But yeah, Dakota breathe hard. Only time he not really breathing hard is when he sleep. He still snore, but he don't be breathing how he breathed when he woke. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. If I find out any more things, like by the time I do his 2-month update, because Dakota will be 2 months in 2 weeks. Actually next Friday he'll be 2 months. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a 2-month-old. That's so fast. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and comment down below if you have any questions for me, like, that I might be able to answer. I know that these are some things that I went to Google about, no, I just want to give y'all some stuff, you know, before you go to Google, because Google has a way of kind of making you freak out more than just telling you like what's going on. So I want you to know that your baby probably not the only one that has went through this. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I am out.